Michael Zuber, author of One Rental at a Time. And it's Thursday. You know it's Thursday when we do these daily shows at 7 a.m. Of course, do that because we talk to one of our experts on Thursdays at 7:30. So your daily financial news today is really, I don't know, kind of all over the place, if you will. But before we get started, I want to let you know about a couple of quick things. First and foremost, got another subscriber or student of mine who closed a transaction. So Joey, congratulations. Your card will go out in the mail. You are now one of the 500. So thank you very much. In addition to that, we have added more material to the course, How to Get Started One Rental at a Time. Just yesterday, we've added the first 5 days, day 1 through day 5, of a 30-day trial for you as a landlord to practice, right? If you are new to this business, looking to get your first rental, something you might want to do is execute the 30-day trial just to play it out, right? Kind of think of it like trading stocks without actually putting any money at risk. We will be creating a full 30 days, but we are breaking it up into chunks. So that is already loaded. It is in the course. You can go ahead and get the 30-day trial for free and execute day 1 through 5. Hopefully have the rest of them in the next 2 weeks or so. Next up, we got commitment from Matt, the mortgage guy, to create Mortgage 101 for the course, which is just so awesome. What we're going to do there, we talked about it yesterday. There's a full breakdown. But what Matt promises to do is show you how you can read those closing statements that may appear confusing. It'll allow you to compare them and potentially save you thousands of dollars. So Matt, the mortgage guy, thank you very much for helping us out. In addition to that, we are working on 5 hours of flip content. So lots more stuff coming to the course. I had expected a lot of this in June, but most of it will show up in July. So that June 50 coupon, June 50 is good for a couple more days because the content just didn't show up in time. And I thought, you know what, let's give a little bit off so I feel better. Right? That's kind of how it makes me feel better. So on to the daily financial news. The highlight of Thursday, which we've done the last, what do you think, 70 weeks together, is the jobless claims. Jobless claims, disappointed again. That's 2 weeks in a row. It was over 400,000 again. Last week was 418,000. This week's 411,000. 411,000 is much more than the expected 380,000. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. This seems odd, right? The economy is reopening. We got 9 million job openings. It'd be interesting to see where this goes heading into July. This jobless claims number does have what they call seasonality adjustments. So we shall see what's going on. But still, even at 380,000, which was the expectation, that's still about 200% of where we were heading into this crisis. So still work to be done. Don't know if you've heard this. I've seen it a couple of times. I just read it this morning. It looks like there's a proposal to give every baby born in America up to $1,000 a year till their 18th birthday. The idea there is you would give out yearly deposits based on your family's income, right? The less income your family makes, the larger your deposit. The more money your family makes, the less your deposit. They're proposing by the time somebody turns 18, they could have somewhere between $50,000 put away or as low as $1,600. They're positioning this as it has to be used for endeavors, right? Going to school, buying a house, or starting a business. Not sure how I feel about that. But I don't know. I'll ask you, what do you think about what do you think about, I think they're calling it baby bonds. I don't know, just something to think about. Something else I read today is teachers. Teachers are 1 in 4 teachers are thinking about quitting. I can only imagine how hard the last year has been for our teachers. I think it's fair to say most of us know that teachers are grossly underpaid. They do some amazing things. And to think about 1 in 4 teachers thinking about quitting. That is pretty disappointing, if you will. Looks like Darden Restaurants. This is a company that I talked about over the weekend as one to watch for the week, and they nailed what I was expecting. So first and foremost, Darden Restaurants. Think Olive Garden, probably the biggest brand. They beat top line, beat bottom. Top line means revenue. Bottom line means earnings. And they raised. But more importantly, I wanted to hear how their business is doing. They said their business is back to near 2019 levels, which is awesome to hear about. They did talk about it is hard to hire people, right? Restaurants seem to be one of those areas that is very difficult to hire, and they're raising wages. This is something to watch. Because again, I think what will come out of this crisis or this restarting of the economy, right? It was easy to shut down. It's being hard to restart and get all the supply chain and jobs going in the right direction is wage inflation. Wage inflation is going to be, it is going to be the thing that I think upsets the Fed's plan, right? We talked about James Bullard and Jerome Powell yesterday, and I think Powell has it right. Or actually, I'm sorry, not Powell, Bullard. James Bullard is basically saying it's very interesting that we're seeing wage inflation, but jobs not coming back, right? People not being hired, at 9 million openings. He thinks that's going to be the thing that proves the Fed has been focused on the wrong things, right? Right now, they are focused on getting full employment back to where we were before the crisis, which means wage inflation and everything else will run hot from there. Don't know if you saw my conversation with the lumberjack landlord on Tuesday, but I now believe the eviction moratorium from the CDC is going to be extended. I think it will be extended a month. They're going to spin a story around the slow nature of getting funds to the landlords. So they're going to take it, in my opinion, from June 30th to July 31st. I do expect that now. Again, they're going to spin a story, and the landlords are going to be told to take it for another 30 days. Looks like San Jose, California, has gone one step further. As I talked with the lumberjack on Tuesday, I said CDC is the federal one doesn't scare me the most. It's state and local. This is where it's going to end up. So San Jose is an example of a local municipality, I guess, that's saying, you know what, we're going to extend it to August 31st. So again, we need to pay attention to our local areas. That's going to be interesting. Looks like there's a proposal or a framework for more money being spent. It looks like talk of a $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure framework is agreed. Now we got to see what is in it. It looks like while it's 1.2 trillion, it's only, I say this tongue in cheek, only 550 billion of new money. So while 1.2 is staggering, I guess what would that be? Do the math real fast. 650 billion of that is already allocated. So, you know, another 550 billion dollars sloshing around in the economy. Going to be very focused on rails, bridges, waterways, things of that nature. Let's be clear. I expect the Democrats, it's just the party that could do it, is going to run one more budget reconciliation before the midterm elections. This budget reconciliation is going to be somewhere between 1.5 and 2 trillion in new money spent. And it's going to be around their wish list or their ideas for projects. Again, they got one more of these that they can run before the midterms. And if they lose the House or the Senate, they won't be able to do it then. But again, expect not only the 1.2 framework, but expect another budget reconciliation to spend more money in the economy. In my opinion, risk higher inflation. Looks like Blackstone is out there telling folks there's an avalanche of opportunities because of the threat of higher capital gains. They are seeing private companies looking to sell so that they can get out and get flush before the capital gains goes up significantly. On a much smaller scale, I'm actually seeing that in my Fresno market. If you know my story, focus, daily execution. I have seen more small multifamilies come on the market in the last month than I've seen in a year, right? It looks like there's clearly a couple of sellers, and I actually may have somebody dig into this. A couple of sellers are like, nope, I'm out. Get me out. I'm done. I've had enough of this nonsense. But again, it looks like there are people that are making yearly financial decisions, and the answer is sell before taxes go up. Realize, as I've told you before, this may create a spark of short-term activity, but then expect a winter, right? If you don't sell this year, and if capital gains goes to where it's threatened, uh, you will see less and less activity. Just know that that is coming. In addition, Blackstone is talking about wage inflation being the thing that is out there. It's what I've been talking about. They're saying it's very hard to lower someone's compensation once it is established. It is inelastic or sticky. That could cause some untold consequences as we are entering 2022. Last, I guess, two more things. Fed's latest stress test of our financial institution, the biggest banks, is released today at 4:30 Eastern, I believe. So what do I expect? I expect all the banks to get a thumbs up. And then I expect tonight and tomorrow morning, banks like JP Morgan, Goldman, probably even Wells Fargo are going to come out and say, we are buying back $1 billion, $2 billion, $3 billion of stock. They are not going to use their capital well. Stock buybacks, not a big fan of, but that's what I expect. And then about 6 weeks ago, this channel had an over-under on Tesla. If you remember, Tesla was trading around 600, and I proposed, what do you guys think? Would Tesla see 700 or 500 first? It was actually about 50-50 split between people who were bullish and bearish. Well, I just checked this morning. Don't have any of the stock, not skin in the game, but I just wanted to see where it was. Looks like it was trading when I wrote it down at 678. So the Tesla bulls, you're, what is that, $22 away from being right. So, congratulations. Hope you put some money down, because that's a little bit more than a 11 or 12% move. So again, we got Jonathan Twomley here at 7:30. Why don't you all have a wonderful day? And if you want to get started real estate investing, link below. Remember, you have a June coupon code, June 50, and all that new content is coming. So, and if you do buy it, join the Facebook group called One Rental at a Time Works. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.